Welcome back to another Shyhammer Fantasy Battle Report, and I got a second game in against my nephew and my brother, who are the mega powers of Skaven. They're basically tag teaming against me to see what they could do. Now, in all reality, we're trying to teach my nephew the mechanics of the game so that way he could actually start playing it. My brother's trying to get him a second army worth of characters out of the army he already has on his Skaven. So this is basically 2,500 points. It's going to go ahead and we're going to keep it similar to our tournament that we're having this Saturday at the Dice Dojo and also at WCW, which is 25% Lords and Heroes. Actually, I think he is above his 25%, but we didn't care because, again, it's for my nephew. So without further ado, let's go over what we brought to the table. I have my 24 Savage Orc Biggins with a big stabba. I have my 6 cave trolls. I don't know why I keep saying cave trolls. You know what it is? It's the freaking Lord of the Rings. Like, they brought a cave troll, and I keep on. It just rolls off my tongue. I got a unit of 8 to 9 wolf riders. Now, there is a discrepancy here. You can see one of them is a spider, and I couldn't figure out why. But then I realized after we started, one of the characters was supposed to be a black orc boss. Over here I got a unit of 10 orc biggins with a flaming banner. I got 2 doom divers. I have my Arachnarok spider. I have all my heroes here. As you can see, I have on the left, that is right now a proxy for King Koopa, a gigantic spider rider, goblin boss. In the back is my level 4, and then I got Gorbat Ironclaw. The guy on the back right, that's the one that we were confusing for. That should be a black orc boss with the Crown of Command. And then to the right is the Onion Knight, Asian. So that is still a proxy for the model that will be coming up in the next video, I promise you. I also have my Mangler Squig and a unit of 5 Spider Riders, 4 Goblins, 1 Skink. And then my level 2 here. My level 2 actually took a little wog for this because for the WCW there is no Lore of Undeath. So we have, for my level 4 he got Here We Go, Foot of Gork, Hand of Gork, and Gaze of Mork. For my level 2, he got Gift of the Spider God and Vindictive Glare. For his army, you can see the first picture is his general, Thanquil and Bone Ripper. Now, the WCW tournament isn't playing with End of Times characters, so this would be illegal for the list. And I think he's still over his 25% points by like a few points, but whatever. Again, we weren't really strict about it. He has a Warp Lightning Cannon, a unit of 3 Rat Ogres with a Packmaster. He has 2, not 1, but 2 Hell Pit Abominations. What the fuck? Oh god. Yeah. But the one on the left is so gorgeously painted. I wonder who painted that. I painted it. Alright, he has a giant block of Storm Vermin led by Queek the Head Taker. And, I want to say it's like 33 maybe, Storm Vermin. They have a BSB, which is on the left corner. The BSB has the Storm Banner, and then there's 2 units behind him of slaves and more slaves. As you can see, this is how we started off. I pretty much put everybody on the left side of the board. I did put my Doom Diver on the far right. He's protected by the Onion Knight, and if he really wants to go for that Doom Diver, he's going to waste 1 unit going that way, so whatever. As for him, as you can see, he kind of played a center line here. He has the Hell Pit on the left flank. He has the rats protecting the Warp Lightning Cannon. He has he has a unit of Plague Monks too. I forgot to mention that. Queek right there. And then he is yet to put out his general. His general is going to stand up right behind Queek. It's going to go ahead and do turn 1. Turn 1, I believe actually I win the roll off again. I do take my Vanguard. I moved the Onion Knight up here. Now the Onion Knight is I had Onion Knight and Koopa as heroes that were defensively kitted out, and then I realized I don't really need them both defensively kitted out. So I have the Onion Knight actually set up for to have the Ruby Ring of Ruin and to have the Sword of Might. So he has like maybe a 3-up armor save, and then besides that he is more fighty or more versatile. He could try to nuke some hell pits, hopefully, and get the regens off. Whereas Koopa has the armor of destiny, the chitness armor from the spider, and then a shield, and I think even no, I don't think he has the dragon helm, but it gives him like a 2-up armor. And then the Black Orc boss Roughneck, he has a 1-up armor save with the dragon helm. That's crazy. I didn't know orcs could get to a 1-up armor, but yeah, apparently you can make a Black Orc into a 1-up armor with the dragon helm. Over here, I have my Mangler move up towards just straight. I'm just beelining it straight for his Storm Vermin. Take out that giant block of heavy armor guys. And then I move up everybody else over here, like so. I'm trying to use that building to my advantage. He has the Hell Pit there. He has the Warp Lightning Cannon there. Like I said in my last video, if I don't give him a spot to bounce for Gorbad, it'll hopefully hit a troll and not kill the troll, because the troll will regen before it dies, and it won't get to Gorbad. So I have Gorbad kind of blocked by the trolls, and we'll see how that goes. Over here, I did move my Spider Riders from the Vanguard, and then they moved up and over the building to the other side, which is kind of... They're just gunning it for the Warp Lightning Cannon, but at the same time, they're kind of a distraction unit. Magic Fizz got 7 power dice. Gonna go ahead and throw Gift of the Spider God onto my trolls. He lets it go through. I'm trying to do the sneaky stealing to steal some dice, don't get it off. I do a couple dice onto the Hand of Gork. Now, if you notice right now, I am not doing the Foot of Gork. I'm trying to do a lot of low-level spells, you know, to get his dice out, and if he doesn't go for it, he doesn't go for it. But at the same time, I feel like I just need to get these little spells out what I can before I screw up my dice. So I got the Hand of Gork off. I move the Mangler. I get him off on a big spell, and he flies literally an inch right in front of the Storm Vermin. Oh, man, it's brutal. That's just brutal. Go for a couple dice onto the big spell, the Gaze of Mork. He dispels it. He realizes I'm not using the foot. I'm just going for the gaze. And that's about it. We're going to go into Shooting Phase. Shooting Phase, I throw both my Doom Divers into the Storm Vermin. They both clip and kill 5 Storm Vermin. And that's it for my turret. He's going to start off Skaven turn 1. Skaven turn 1, he decides to charge the Plague Monks into the Trolls. And they don't make it in, I don't believe. He charges these giant rats into my Spider Riders. Of course, I'm going to stand in. I actually stood and shot, but it did nothing. And then these guys fail, like I said. Over here, he did move his Hell Pit right into the tip of my Spider Riders, and that kind of is just going to kill them off. And then over here, you can see he moved his other Hell Pit up towards my Savages. Now, I did leave my Orcs on this side because they have the Flaming Banner, and they're kind of prepared to go for that Hell Pit if they need to. He found out that these woods are a Venom Thicket, and I honestly believe after we rolled for it, we forgot about it the whole game. And then he did move up his other guys, like so. He tried to move his Storm Vermin back away from the Mangler, which, I mean, not much else he could do besides walk right into the Mangler itself and kill it. But as you can see, he moved his other units over like this, and it's going to start off his Magic Phase. Magic Phase, he got 10 power dice. He throws out Scorch right onto my Trolls, and I dispel that son of a bitch. I'm like, hell no, you're not going to burn the Troll. So then he tries to go for Plague, and I'm like, go ahead. It does absolutely 0 damage to my Trolls. My Trolls are toughness 4, and they all pass their toughness test. And then he rolls for the dice roll to see what happens next, and he got a 1, and I chose to cancel the spell. I don't want him just, you know, passing it on. Fuck that spell. Over here, his Warp Lightning Cannon is going to go ahead and start off Shooting Phase. It's going to shoot right at the Trolls. It hits, bounces 2 inches, bounces another 6, hits him, wounds him, doesn't kill him at all. I think he put it 10 inches away, and it bounced too short, and it bounced like right in front of them and didn't whatever. He goes for his Doom Rocket because he realized he cannot Skitter Leap him out and get him out like he originally was planning. So he Doom Rockets, shoots it. It gets literally right on top of Gorbad's unit. Again, the fucking sniping Gorbad's unit. Blows up, kills off 5 dogs or 6 dogs. Okay, which really limits his unit really bad. And that's about it for his shooting. We're going to go into close combat. His impact hits alone kill off 1 Spider Rider. Then the Hell Pit's going to go ahead and attack I think he got like Flaming Fist or something like that, and killed off the rest of the Spider Riders. Killed off one here, and then killed off the other two. The Giant Rat didn't do shit, really. And the Spider attacking back killed off, the Spider Rider and the Spider killed off 2 Giant Rats. I lose combat resolution. I am going to run from that combat. Actually, I think I stuck in that combat because of Gorbad's range. And, yeah, even though he charged me, he did 4 wounds. That's 5. I did 2 back. That's like 3. So I needed a 7, and I believe I stuck. He is going to try to throw out the Storm Banner. And, again, this is something that he threw out there, and we forgot about it for the remainder of the game. Just saying. I'm going to go ahead and start my turn, Orcs and Goblins turn 2. I'm going to go ahead and charge my Orcs into the Hell Pit Abomination. I'm going to charge, I fail Animosity here. I'm sorry, I failed Animosity with the Orcs first, and they're going to get the free move in charge because they're in Gorbad's bubble range. And then I fail Animosity with the Savages, and they're going to free charge move. And they're going to have to charge the Slave unit, and then I decided to charge the Trolls into the Slaves as well. Originally, I was thinking about charging the Trolls into the Plague Monks, but I changed my mind because I figured if his Hell Pit finishes off my Spider Rider, it's going to be, do I want the Hell Pit onto the Savages, or do I want the Hell Pit onto the side of the Trolls? And I really want them on the side of the Trolls. Over here, found out the trees are wildwood. Besides that, I got the charge in onto the Hell Pit. I'm going to go ahead and move the Mangler right through this Storm Vermin. I try to get him towards Thankful and Bone Ripper just to mess him up even more. And it ended up killing off like 5 or 6 guys. Actually, I only killed off 4 guys. That's exactly how many killed. It killed 4 guys. And why is that picture separated? I don't know. But he killed 4 guys. Anyways, I'll move the picture closer so that way you don't have to see what I just saw. So these guys got in. The Savages got in. The Trolls got in. The Orc boys obviously got in. And like I said, the kid got killed, whatever. I did move the Arachnarok up and over the building in between the Hell Pit and his slaves. I'm trying to head towards that cannon. I'm trying to basically goad the cannon to shooting the Ragnarok versus Gorbad. And I ended up moving Gorbad into the back of the building because he could keep his leadership bubble there. And he's in a safe distance from everybody else. Over here I did move the Onion Knight to the side flank of these guys over here just to mess with them. And then I moved my level 4 behind another building, trying to stay away from the cannon. Got Magic Phase, 7 power dice. I throw 3 dice onto the Gift of the Spider God, and I choke on the mushroom. God damn it. I always choke it on the fucking mushroom. So then I had took a wound from that right now, and then I ended up throwing up the rest of the dice onto the foot of Gork, and I believe he dispelled it. I just had a very shitty roll. I got it off, but basically he just dispelled it. I'm going to go ahead and do my shooting phase. I try to shoot at the Storm Vermin again, and this one drifts off far over this way, and I decide to hit the Plague Monks instead. And I got 4 Plague Monks. The other one drifted off far this way, hits the Hell Pit. We randomize the hits based on is it hitting the Hell Pit or the Orcs that are in combat with them. And he ends up killing off 2 Orcs and doing no wounds to the Hell Pit. I believe I actually did like 2 wounds to the Hell Pit, but he just regens them. And then we're going to start off close combat. Close combat, his Hell Pit kills off 2 Orcs by doing some sort of initiative test. I think it might have been Flailing Fist or Avalanche of Flesh. They're going to go ahead and, or then he does his attacks, and he kills all of them except for the fucking Flaming Banner and the Champ. I'm like, hell yeah, I got this. I got this. The Orc Biggins, they're freaking weapon skill 4. They're going to hit on 3s. They're going to wound on 4s, and he cannot regen it, and this one's going to die. This one is going to freaking die. So I roll it. I got extra hand weapons. I go ahead. I got 3 attacks on the Champ, 2 on the other guy. 3 attacks hit. 3 attacks hit. Great. Alright, let's go ahead and wound him. Let's throw those 3 dice. All I need right now is 4 ups. All I need is 1 single fucking wound. 1 wound, and this one's not going to come back from the dead. I didn't get 1 single fucking wound. Holy shit. God damn it. He's going to thunder stomp and kill off those 2 chumps. God damn it. What the hell did I hire you guys for? Come on, man. You're supposed to do 1 wound onto something like this. There's 10 of you. Alright, Savages go. Savages are, the Savages wiped out the unit. I believe he killed one with his Plague Monks and they ended up killing off. Or, I'm sorry, take it back. Savages did the big stabba into these guys. They killed 3 of the slaves. Of course I get a 3 when I'm fighting slaves. Every other unit I ever fight, I always get 1. But I'm going to go ahead and start attacking, or he attacks, does nothing. I attack back, I kill off like 10 or 12 of them. They do blow, or actually they don't blow up. I end up killing off every single slave except for the engineer, and the engineer is going to run, and I test to restrain because I do not want to chase that engineer. Basically over here, this guy's dead. We knew he was dead a long time ago. And his hell pit turns facing the Arachnarok, and his giant rats turn facing Koopa, who was trying to sneak around to the side. Fucking Koopa. And basically, it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Skaven, turn 2. He is going to move that hell pit to the side. You can kind of see it, like they're both pincering in right now. His giant rat's going to charge Koopa, whatever. His rat ogres are going to charge into my Arachnarok, and he's going to get in. He's going to try to charge Thankful and Bone Ripper into the Arachnarok as well. He gets in here, but he fails to get Thankful and Bone Ripper in because the engineer ran into his path. So he can't clear a path between the engineer and the rat ogres, and that just happened. And then his hell pit, of course, is going to charge into my Arachnarok. His other hell pit and his plague monks charge into the savages, which sucks. And then his storm vermin charge into my savages, and that really sucks because they have Queek. Queek's going to kill somebody. His slaves here are just moving up very slowly. They get scared because of those trees are wildwoods, and they don't want to die. Magic Phase, he gets 3 power dice, thank the Lord. He does a couple dice onto Plague, fails to get it off. He eats Warpstone tokens and throws out Scorch onto my trolls, and he ends up burning off 2 of the wounds on the trolls. He ends up going for the shooting phase, and as you could see in this long ass distance, in this shot right here, the cannon could still see my Orc Shaman. I was trying not to. I was trying to get out of the view of it, but he could still see it, and he's going to go ahead and try to take a shot. Bounces 4 inches, bounces 8 inches, hits him, wounds him. He's going to multiply it, and I ward save that son of a bitch. Power of Gork right there. He's going to go ahead and do his flaming template out of Thankful's hand here, and he's going to go ahead and shoot it. It bounces. It ends up clipping off every single troll, burns off 1 troll, and does 1 extra wound. As for close combat over here, these giant rats, they had no idea what they were up against Koopa. He ends up killing off, I think like the spider ended up killing off 2. Koopa ends up whiffing, but they lose combat. They are going to stick though. They needed like a 3 or a 2, and they ended up getting it, and they don't move, which really sucks because I needed him free on this turn. And he's stuck. As for over here, his rat ogres are both good, are attacking. They do 2 wounds onto my Arachnarok. His hell pit attacks, does another wound onto my does another 2 wounds onto my Arachnarok, excuse me. My Arachnarok goes, they're all simultaneous attacks, so I'm attacking technically the rat ogres at the same time, but I let him go through all of his attacks. The Arachnarok goes and kills off 1 rat ogre and does 2 wounds to another one, so he did a good chunk. I did lose combat. He got side flanks on me, charges on me, and 4 wounds. I only did 5 wounds back. I am stubborn inside Gorbad's leadership, but they already did 4 wounds. This is not looking good. It is going to push over here. I challenge Queek. Queek accepts. Queek kills that guy, unfortunately, but I think he only does 2 wounds, so we're good. The Hell Pit goes in with his impact hits, kills off 3 guys or 4 guys. And then the Plague Monks and the remaining Storm Vermin go and kill off some more guys. I'm not even going to count it. My guys go back. I just focus fire on the Plague Monks, kill off the Plague Monks. I cannot combat. I could have combat reformed. God damn it. I didn't even think about that. All I had to do was turn them facing the freaking Hell Pit. But I did not combat reform because of Queek's unit, the way they're angled on my front there, that I couldn't really turn them to face. I could have, though. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking is what it is. And then, more or less, they did put on 2 wounds onto the Hell Pit Abomination, which is pretty cool. And that is going to be it. They do stick because I think I just stuck because I stuck. I did lose combat, though. I lose my Frenzy. That sucks. It's going to start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to charge with the Trolls. And the Trolls, they're going to go ahead and get in, I believe. They failed. Oh, they failed because of this. They're clipping the tip of the Ragnarok's base. They cannot get in. They cannot. They don't have enough room to wheel, and they fail charge. Gorbad just reforms his unit this way so he cannot get shot by that Warp Lightning Cannon. The Mangler ends up just bouncing around doing absolutely fucking nothing. And then I move my Orc Shaman behind the building. Magic phase, I get a wonderful 2 dice. Yeah. Going for a Gift of the Spider God onto my Spider, and I believe I actually get it off. I give it to him, and he has a 5-up poison now, which is pretty decent. Shooting phase, this Doom Diver blows, does a misfire, and basically can't shoot for 2 turns. And then as for the close combat, he's going to go ahead and do his Hell Pit attacks. He's going to do his Rat Ogre attacks. He ends up killing my Ragnarok. I believe it's dead right now. But before I die, I'm going to go ahead and kill off the frickin' Rat Ogres, and I ended up killing them all off except for the Packmaster. So, killed off all the Rat Ogres. Packmaster's last one alive. Unfortunately, that's how that happens. Over here, Koopa ends up killing off the giant rats. That was done. And then over here, the Hell Pit ends up killing off 2 of my Savages. Savages attack back. Or, I'm sorry, Queek ends up killing off 2 more guys. Savages end up killing off 3 more Storm Vermin. And freaking Thunderstomps kills off a shit ton of guys. I am losing big time. I am going to have to run from the center of the biggest unit, which is from Queek's unit. They're running that way through my Trolls. He ends up running me down and catching me and destroying the unit, and ended up like this. Let's go ahead and start off his turn. Skaven's turn 3. He's going to charge a side flank into my Trolls. I can't do anything about it. He's going to try to charge Thankful and Bone Ripper into the Trolls. Can't do nothing about it. He did block his Hell Pit, though, which is a good thing. Basically, they both get in. So, they're in on my Trolls, which sucks. His other Hell Pit joins the fight here, which sucks. And then his other Hell Pit is going this way towards Gorbad. I'm like, fucking A, man. I am dying. I am really, really dying here. His Engineer's trying to get in my way of Koopa to get out of the Warp Lightning Cannon. Magic phase, he got 7 power dice. He throws up Scorch onto Gorbad's unit. Gets double 6s. I believe he ends up killing off like 3 guys. There he goes. Kills off the 3 guys left, just Roughneck and Gorbad alone. He is going to do his miscast. His miscast is a small bubble right here, and he ward saves it anyways. Shooting phase, he's going to go ahead and shoot the Warp Lightning Cannon at Koopa. Koopa gets lucky as fuck, and he gets a misfire, and nothing happens to the cannon, unfortunately. Over here, he's going to do his impact hits. His impact hits end up killing off 2 Trolls. Holy shit. His Thankful and Bone Ripper are going, and they end up putting on 2 wounds onto a Troll. Then his Storm Vermin go, and they end up killing off, I believe, 1 more Troll, and then putting on 1 wound onto my Trolls. My Troll pukes on Queek, wounds Queek. My other Troll pukes on Thankful, and doesn't wound Thankful. They are going to run, and they get mowed down. Like, pretty much they run like a 3. And they freaking didn't go nowhere. And that's going to be Orcs and Goblins turn 4. Now, it's not really looking that good for me. I have Gorbad left, Roughneck left, V left, Koopa left, my level 5 or level 4 left, and Onion Head and Doom Divers. And that's it. That's all I got to work with right now. But it's still possible. I still got some good power on the table right now. But he does have 2 Hell Pit Abominations. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to charge Koopa into that cannon. He finally gets in, hits the cannon, boom. I separate Gorbad from Roughneck. I leave Roughneck there to the front. Roughneck has a 1-up armor save. I move V back further, so V safe, and Gorbad's in the middle. Magic Phase, I get 4 power dice, which, again, not that great. I throw a Foot of Gork, he doesn't stop it. I go ahead and I stomp onto Queek's unit, get a direct hit, bam! Kill off like, woo, like 12 guys. Holy shit. Fucks up that unit. They do not panic because they're standing right next to Thankful. Go for a 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. I get a 3. Alright, well, at least it wasn't a miscast or something. Nobody sucked into the warp. Gonna go ahead and throw the Doom Divers into Queek's unit. One ends up hitting, one ends up drifting off. Kills off 3 more Storm Vermin. Now it's just Queek, the BSB, and the Champ left. Going for the close combat over here, Koopa ends up doing 3 wounds onto the Warp Lightning Cannon. Unfortunately, did not kill it. He is doing a bad job at finishing off units he started. Bad job. It just hit him and kill him in that first turn. And then he ends up rolling double 1, so he doesn't blow up. He freaking stays there. It's going to start off his turn. Skaven turn 4. He throws his Hell Pit Abomination right into Roughneck. Ah, that sucks. But Gorbad's alright. Roughneck has a Crown of Command. He's a stubborn on a 10. He just needs to live. That's all he needs to do is live. The Packmaster's coming around the corner here. He's just basically trying to bait me to go either way around the building, because guess what? He's throwing his other Hell Pit Abomination and his General around the other side. He throws Queek over here. He's just trying to finish me off. He's just trying to kill off all my heroes. He's bringing everything he has left just to everybody get in, kill off the rest of my guys. So like I said, he's bringing Thankful and the Hell Pit on this side around the building, and he's moving his guys over here down. He forgot that they were all wildwoods. The trees attack, ended up killing off 3 guys. Magic Phase got 4 power dice. Does absolutely nothing with them, because guess what? His Thankful and Bone Ripper can't really see anybody behind the building. As for Koopa over here, Koopa ends up finishing off finishing off the Warp Lightning Cannon, and he's gonna go ahead and face down Thankful and Bone Ripper. Really, the Hell Pit Abomination does 1 wound to Roughneck, and this is right when I realized Roughneck is not a Goblin boss; he's actually an Orc boss, a Black Orc boss. So he's immune to psychology. He doesn't give a rat's ass. He has a 1-up armor save. And he takes a hit like a champ, even though it's Goblin still there. I decided not to change my model because I didn't want to go digging in my bag. But he takes the hit like a champ, and he ends up attacking back and does no wound. I think he did like 2 wounds back and did nothing really for damage. But he is stubborn. He sticks there. He can't thunderstomp me. I am alive. And it's going to start off Orcs and Goblins turn 5. I am charging Koopa into the engineer who's in my way. Clipping. I charge Gorbad into the Hell Pit Abomination because I don't have to worry about impact hits, and I'm swinging first. Get in. Right now it's not the time to save Gorbad. Right now is the time to abuse Gorbad and use his powers. And I move V this way away from the back of the building because he's about to get charged. The Mangler, holy shit, the Mangler runs back this way, bounces into the trees, bounces out of the trees, and clips these guys and kills off like 8 of them. Holy shit. He not only does he kill 8 of them, he causes them to panic and they start running and they're fleeing off the board. Holy shit, he actually did something. As for over here, I decided to move the Onion Knight and the level 4 just a little bit more strategically to get some nukes off. 8 power dice. Gonna go ahead and throw Gift of the Spider God onto Gorbad, give him some poison attacks on his weapon skills. I throw up a couple more dice onto Vindictive Glare, and it does not go, or it goes off, but he stops it. Throw up 2, or not 2. I threw up a couple more than 2 dice onto Foot of Gork, but I got double 6s. Get it off. Throw it right onto Queek's unit. Smashes them. Ends up killing off, I believe, everybody. It kills off everybody but Queek. Queek is still alive. He has 1 wound of life left. Killed off the BSB, killed off the champ. Going for a 4, 5, or 6 to do it again. Fail. On my miscast, I got a 7, so everybody in his range dies. Nobody's in his range. I shoot a Doom Diver right at Queek. It drifts off 6 inches. He's like, woof. He's alive. Roll the dice. I get 6 inches back. Hits him right direct hit. Killed off Queek with the Doom Diver. Good job. Holy shit. As for the other Doom Diver got a direct hit onto Thankful and Bone Ripper, and it doesn't do a single wound. It's gonna go ahead into this combat over here. Oh man, Gorbad swings and hits 3 times, and he wounds 3 times. Gorbad's going first. He has always strikes first. The Hell Pit Abomination, regen 1. Morglor the Mangler, Gorbad's trusty axe, multiplies his wounds. BAM! Kill that fucking Hell Pit Abomination. Holy shit, Gorbad just chomped a Hell Pit by himself. Holy shit. The thing had 6 wounds. It was already wounded twice, so all he needed was a 4. I rolled a 2 and a 3. Oh my god. The tables are turning. There's only 1 Hell Pit left on the board. Thankful and Bone Ripper's on the board. A couple of those little guys. Queek's dead. The freaking slaves are running. This is all going Millhouse. Alright? This is all going in my direction. I'm like, holy shit. This is great. I'm doing a good job. I got this. I could win the game still. He rolls on his chart because I did not wound him with a flaming attack. And guess what the fuck just happened? Oh, come on. This kid was rolling 1s all day. All day. On this one roll, when he had a chance to revive the Hell Pit Abomination, he revives the Hell Pit Abomination with rolling a 6. That Hell Pit comes back alive. He has 2 wounds remaining, and he is sitting a couple feet away from Gorbad. What the fuck just happened? Koopa ends up killing off the Warp Block Engineer here, and you know what? I decided to take the overrun and run right into Thankful and Bone Ripper. I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. He's gonna go for it. He's gonna go for it and just attack him and hold him up for a turn or 2. It's gonna start off Skaven turn 5. Skaven turn 5. He charges his Hell Pit this way because he's actually afraid of Gorbad now. He's like, holy shit, you're getting always strikes first. I am not even gonna try it. He goes like, I could probably get the impact hits, but it's a gamble. I'm going this way, attacking these chumps over here. So I'm like, all right. Over here, his other Hell Pit had to go around Thankful and Bone Ripper to get to Koopa. He cannot get to Koopa unless he goes around Thankful and Bone Ripper. So he wasted a turn going this way. And then his slaves, or I think they're slaves. They might be clan rats. They continue to run that way. Magic Phase, he got 6 power dice, and he ends up, I think, not doing much again because, as you can see, he has no line of sight of anybody because that building is blocking his tall ass monster, dude. So we're gonna go into he has no shooting really. He's gonna go into close combat. Close combat. Check this out. He hits and wounds Koopa 6 times. 6. And Koopa ward saved all 6. Oh man, that's insane. I attacked back. I ended up doing 3 wounds. He ward saves 2 of them, and I ended up doing 1 wound. I won combat. I charged. I got a side flank. I did 1 wound. He's unbreakable. I didn't know he was unbreakable. If I knew he was unbreakable, would you... That sucks. Whatever. It's gonna start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins, turn 6. I'm charging Gorbad into the giant rats. I'm charging Roughneck into the Packmaster. They both get in. The Mangler ends up running into the trees like a moron, and I move. Check this out. I'm like, all right, I can still win this. I can win this. I move the Onion Knight to the side of 24 inches away from the Hell Pit. He has the ruby ring. I move the Goblin Shaman on the left side. He has Vindictive Glare. All right, and I move my Orc Shaman, which doesn't have much movement because he's only movement 8 or 4 really. Right by the Hell Pit. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot or do Magic Phase. I get 11 power dice. Okay. I throw a couple dice onto the ruby ring. It goes off. I get double 6s, which means that it's gonna blow up, but it's still gonna do the fireball. The fireball does 1 wound. Holy shit! He only has 1 wound left on that hell pit. Holy shit. And he cannot regen this time. He can't. He can't regen during the whole magic phase. But I lose the ruby ring. Good job, Onion Knight. Go for the Vindictive Glare. My Goblin Shaman chokes on the mushroom. Alright. I go for Gaze of Mork. And he dispels it. I go for the Foot of Gork, and it drifts off and does nothing. I didn't kill the Hell Pit. I had the best opportunity right now to nuke the crap out of him. I shot 4 different fucking things, and only one that went off was the ruby ring. That's some bullshit, man. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Man. Shooting phase, I go ahead and shoot the Doom Diver that can shoot into him, and he drifts off, and he's scared shitless. He's like, hell no, I ain't touching that thing. You want me to shoot what? And it's going to start off close combat. Close combat, Gorbad ends up killing off these giant rats like nothing. Roughneck ends up killing off the Packmaster, and that is about it. I overrun with them both. They're just chilling this way. And over here, his Thankful and Bone Ripper end up doing 1 wound onto Koopa. Koopa ends up putting on 4 fucking wounds. 4 wounds onto Thankful and Bone Ripper. He did 5 wounds total. Oh man, and this is how the board looks right now. There's nothing really on the board left. There's no units on the board. It's all single things running around, which is kind of fun actually. He ends up rallying these guys on like a leadership 3 or something. Holy shit. And they don't run off the board. He was even like, ha, that's crazy. He didn't expect that to happen. So he saves his 60 points there. He ends up charging his Hell Pit into my level 4, which sucks. Sucks big time. He cannot get out of combat here, but he charges the Hell Pit into Koopa, and Koopa sits there. Magic Phase, he gets 6 power dice. He doesn't do a goddamn thing because I finally used my Dispel Scroll. He didn't have a chance to use it all game, and he got it off now. So he ends up doing 1 wound with the impact hits with his Hell Pit Abomination. I ward saved everything else. His Hell Pit's going to go ahead and try to do, I believe, he rolls on the thing, he gets like feed or something like that, and he basically doesn't do shit. He attacks with Thankful and Bone Ripper, he doesn't do shit. He keeps on rolling 1s. Oh my god, he rolled a bunch of 1s. I get a chance, I swing, I think I do like another wound onto Thankful and Bone Ripper, and that is pretty much it. I cannot finish him off, I can't kill him. He is going to go ahead and do his impact hits over here with his Hell Pit Abomination onto my level 4, and he kills him. I got literally like 1 ward save out of like 4. And that's pretty much it. I mean, at that point, it's the end of the turn 6. I was hoping, honestly, my last Hail Mary there was I was able to ward save all the damage the Hell Pit did to my Shaman, and hopefully my Shaman kills him with the 1 single hit. That was my last, like, Hail Mary, but besides that, the game was pretty much over. I lost by 200 points. I lost by that last attack from that Hell Pit to my Orc Shaman right there. I would have won a turn or 2 ago when Gorbad killed it if I would have fucking burned this guy with the freaking Flaming Banner on turn 1 or turn 2. This guy had 2 chances of dying entirely, and more than 2 times. I mean, he got hit with a Flaming Banner and lived. He got hit by Gorbad. Gorbad chainsawed his ass like and killed him, and he comes back alive. He got shot by a fireball. He got shot by some mean mugging wizards. He got freaking missed on by the foot, and he lived. He got shot at by Doom Divers, and he lived. That 1 single Hell Pit Abomination cost me the game. I'm telling you right now, that 1 single Hell Pit Abomination, he's the one who caused my Savages to run. He's the one who freaking killed my Orcs off. He's the one. He was a pain in my ass, and I hate you right there. That is the freaking MVP for the Skaven right there. Oh man, I do love Gorbad. He is not going to get the MVP for this award. This award goes to King Koopa, even though this is not the right model yet, King Koopa sat there. He tanked Thankful and Bone Ripper. He tanked the Hell Pit Abomination for like 2 turns. He killed the Warp Lightning Cannon. He killed some chump giant rats. He killed some other chump Warplock Engineer, and he was just holding strong. He was the strong side on the left side. He did a good job. I like the level 2 abilities. He was helping out with his Gift of the Spider Gods. He did a good job, except he choked when he was really needed. The foot didn't do a goddamn thing this whole game. Roughneck did a really good job of tanking up the MVP Skaven Hell Pit for a turn, giving Gorbat a chance to get in, which is good job, Roughneck. And the Trolls in the Ragnarok kind of failed it up. The Trolls kind of failed big time. They killed some slaves. Savages actually were solid for what they did, and after this game, I'm being 100% honest. The tournament's tomorrow, and it's 2,500 points. I am not playing with the same list. This is my losing streak number 5 right now, and like 2 or 3 games with this list. I mean, it sounds good on paper. I got Trolls, I got a Ragnarok, I got a big leadership bubble, I got some Savages, I got, going out, like all muscled out, but something's missing, and I think I gotta fix it up a little bit to get it working how I need it. I'm not gonna change it in like way too much. It's not gonna be a dramatic change, but anyways, I am going to this Dice Dojo tournament tomorrow, which is the primer for the WCW, and I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be some fun games. There's a lot of new people that are coming out to the dojo, so you're going to see some new battle reports with different armies I haven't faced before, which is always fun stuff. And there's a lot of high elf players coming for some reason. I'm just throwing it out there. There's going to be a shit ton of high elf players. So you might see maybe 2 or 3 battle reports of high elves. Anyways, guys, I enjoyed this game. It was a lot of fun. Gorbat killing a hell pit was the highlight of my day. It is really like funny to me. He just like and just chopped through a fucking hell pit, and the hell pit's still alive. Anyways, I thought it was awesome that he put the fear in the hell pit where the hell pit didn't want to come back for more. That was awesome. Oh man. Anyways, the house did end up falling onto Gorbat and breaking off his weapons. I had to fix him. But anyways, I had a fun time with this game, and I will be putting up more videos soon. I will be putting up videos from the dojo tournament. If you guys have any comments or feedback, please feel free to leave them. I am always open for suggestions and feedback. And also, if you haven't hit like and subscribe, do so already, because it just helps me motivate me to do more videos. Anyways, guys, take care. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good Labor Day weekend. Peace.